Hello you all, welcome to the channel. It's Rad from Radko Tarot, and in this whole video we're going to look into Gemini, Sun, Moon and as well Rising into the week January 4th up to January 10th, 2020. And should you be interested in a personal reading with me, guys, you can check out the description down below, and there you're going to find a link to my website from which you can pretty much purchase a personal reading for you, and I'm gonna take you from there, in the sense of that either scheduling your live reading or sending you video of your video recorded reading, whichever service you choose. So with that being said, moving to the general reading for Gemini. Now, first card that we do have for you, Gemini, that is going to be the Nine of Cups. And just with the start of the week itself, things are just gonna go your way here with the Nine of Cups. So the Nine of Cups points to the first day or the first couple of days of the week itself. You're gonna feel a huge content and, how can I say, a fullness of life. That is for you're gonna find yourself literally happy, either career-wise or either relationship-wise as well. Now, important thing to know about the Nine of Cups here is that this happiness isn't granted for a long time, or for everlasting happiness. That is, with the Nine of Cups, although you are going to experience that fullness of life and, you know, sensual joy as well, and in generally things are gonna go beautifully your way in terms of either career or in terms of either relationship, you have to do your part in order to sustain the whole thing. Okay, so with the Nine of Cups, it's easy to get there, I mean, to be happy. The hard part, it is to maintain and to sustain that happiness moving forward. So take it like that into the start of the week, you are going to be like blessed from the universe. It's like the universe is going to lay all of its grace on top of you. So you are going to be very pleased of how your relationships are developed, how your career is developing as well at the start of the new year moving forward. And it is up to you, you know, to play your part, to play your role into it, so you can maintain it that way, so you can sustain it that way, because otherwise things are just gonna start falling apart, things are just going to start deteriorating. Not in this week though, so it's pretty much suffice to say for you, Gemini, you're gonna love your start of the week, guys. And after that, we do have the Moon card. So this is what we talked about, the sustenance. And for you, after, you know, that sensual joy and after this exhilaration, content, and for some of you as well, even ecstasy, guys, you may start, how can I say, imagining things around with the Moon card, as here your not imagination, but yeah, well, it's an imagination is going to be into an overly exaggerated state, to a point where you may lay to a or cling into a fantasies as well in regards to the future. Now, what is very curious about those two cards here, the Nine of Cups and the Moon card? Well, first and foremost, it does point that this peak of experience, this point of happiness for you, is gonna set you on a certain course that it is meant for you to walk around, or to walk its entirety through. Okay. Now, what it is not going to be obvious at that point, though, are going to be the circumstances of the path itself. So the circumstances surrounding, say, your relationship, the circumstances surrounding, say, your job as well. And that is going to be the very cause, the very reason of your fantasy. So at that point, you may start believing into the doom and gloom, that eventually you may lose that thing, you know, that source of happiness. That, just to give you an example here, say you are finally with that handsome boy or that handsome girl that everybody wants to be with, and you are very happy of that fact, but after that you are start worrying, oh my God, how I'm going to sustain it, you know, because everybody will try to knock me off that relationship. Same goes in terms of career, so there will be some kind of uncertainty and worry from your behalf. It is for you are not going to see the full surrounding of the circumstances, which are to be shrouded in obscurity. However, there is nothing for you to be afraid of. According to the card, everything will become clear with time, but for now you need to walk that path that you have consciously chosen, which is the path of happiness. So here, suffice to say, from those two cards, it is that you are going to do something, or something is going to happen to you at the start of this week that simply is meant for you to experience and is going to make you happy. It's as simple as that. After that, we do have the Eight of Cups. And that is another watery card, so it's going to be a very, very emotional week for you guys. And with the Eight of Cups, as you are going to start realizing that you know, not every situation that involves this source of happiness, again, may that be your new love or career, etc., etc., ain't perfect. There are those situations which are rather misfortunate in there that you can't do much about. You know, you can't influence, for example, the family of your girlfriend should they be against you. You cannot influence as well those very negatively situated co-workers towards you, although your boss likes you very much. So these things are just out of your control. And you are going to recognize that very subtly here towards the mid of the week. And also your standpoint is going to be something that I had a colleague of such a standpoint. They pretty much told me once, you know, I do not worry about things I have no control over and they do not depend on me. I worry only upon the things that I actually can do something about. Well, here, in regards to those unfortunate situations, either with your co-workers or with the peripheral influences that are touching your relationship, you won't have that influence, or rather like that ability to alter them. There is no point to feel bad or guilty about it, okay? It's just here with the Eight of Cups, you just need to move on in a sense of that keep your things under control, keep your relationship in check, keep your career in check, and don't mind, you know, those that are illfully thinking of you and of the things that you do have. For a much brighter perspectives are awaiting you moving forward into the future, and there is no point to pollute your environment with just a not influences but opinions as well that has little to no concern of you. So suffice to say here with the Eight of Cups, it is that whenever there are misfortunate situations that you can't do much about them, you just have to, you know, leave them behind. That's all that you gotta do here, because there are much more fresh circumstances which are gonna make you even more happier than you being at the start of the week. The next one here is going to be the Eight of Pentacles. So towards the end of the week, after the mid, towards the end of the week with the Eight of Pentacles, you are going to start focusing more and more about this source of happiness, which again, it could be your love, it could be as well your good career, it could be the project, the client, so on and so forth. Whatever makes you happy at the start of the week, you're going to start focusing more and more on it, giving more and more from yourself to it so it can sustain, as we spoke. And that being said, you're going to start addressing that thing with way more conscientiousness than before. You're going to pay more attention to the details in there, to the minor details of it. And in generally with the Eight of Pentacles, this is when you are pretty much very attentive to the thing, which could be again your career, it could be again your relationship as well. Your dream, let's say it that way, your dream, because many people like to say, you know, Nine of Cups, wishes come true. So yeah, okay, so your wish. But with the Eight of Pentacles as well, things are going like that. It is that you're going to have it in such a way, okay, you're going to build it up in such a way that pretty much is going to fit with your plans, pretty much is going to fit with your perception and your understanding, and from there, you know, you can keep up developing it according to your plan. Now you need to know as well that with the Eight of Pentacles, there are going to be ups and downs towards the end of the week, and that is so you can quench. That is so, for example, if it is about relationship, you see what to expect in terms of negativity moving forward. For example, what your partner don't like, how they react on things, you know, and so on and so forth. And same thing goes in terms of career. So expect towards the end of the week to face circumstances which are, how can I say, not exactly tough to deal with, but let's say poignant to deal with, but you definitely can and should deal with those circumstances. Take it like that, you know, in order blacksmith to make a good metal, or rather like to make a hardened blade, they have to move the steel through fire and water, and that is exactly what's happening here. The ups and downs that you are to face so you can quench your career or to quench your relationship. And at the end of the week, we do have the Lovers card. So here, towards the end of the week, you are already going to be in harmony with what is going on around you. You can expect that the relationships, either into your career or either into your relationship life, are going to be pretty much sorted out there, because even if there are opposites, people that are opposing you, they are to see that there is no changing it, and they are to be forced to accept how the circumstances are, which is going to pretty much resolve many of your issues and many of your concerns as well. But in generally, Gemini, towards the end of the week, you can expect that at that point, you will have to decide where to from now on in terms of relationship or in terms of career, how you want to have it or how you should have it. Okay, this is the way how you will have to decide, and whichever path you decide to move forward, guys, it will suit you best. Okay, there is no right or wrong decision. Either you will decide to go by the way you have to be, all right, or the way it is supposed to be, or the way you want it to be. That is entirely up for you to decide, but by the end you are going to have a big choice to make in regards to how do you want your future to develop in terms of this wish come true that it is coming true at the start of the week itself. So that being said, this was your weekly general tarot reading, Gemini. Hopefully you have enjoyed it and you do like it, and we shall see each other next time. Until then, bye.